Guys, good morning. Welcome into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Welcome into this morning's live episode of Tank Talks here. We're covering stablecoin routing on the XRP Ledger. Welcome in, 7 a.m. sunny Colorado time, mountain time here, sunny Colorado. You've got Tank Talks this morning, Real Talk, Real Crypto here. We're covering stablecoins on the XRP Ledger. They're quickly becoming, in general, stablecoins, of course, are quickly becoming the backbone of crypto, guys. These, of course, are tokens that are pegged to stable assets like the US dollar that make trading, payments, settlements smooth. Guys, most blockchains, okay, moving between different stablecoins are very clunky, right? If you want to swap USDC, USDT, whatever for one another, very difficult, okay? Either or it doesn't happen at all. Either liquidity is not deep, it's very thin, or it doesn't happen at all. Now on the ledger, you know, stable coins are not just tokens. They plug directly into a routing system that makes swaps and transfers much more efficient than other chains. It's called Stablecoin Routing on the XRPL. Covered it in many episodes, guys. It's basically built on the same core technologies that power the ledger itself: order books, AMMs, Autobridging. Now, first of all, let's cover this. What do we mean by stablecoin routing? Okay, we've covered it in other videos. We're going to get into it again. It's very simple, actually. Okay, it's just exactly what it sounds like. Routing just means finding the best path from asset A to asset B. On the XRP Ledger, stablecoins are issued by trusted entities, as we know, right? Issued currency system. Okay, so you might have like USDC or something, or whatever you're trying to pair. It doesn't matter. Stablecoin routing is how the ledger basically figures out the best way to move between the tokens, whether they're dollar-backed, euro-backed, or yen-backed, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. Now, hey, what's up, Two Paws? Welcome in, dude. Guys, Two Paws, everybody, why is this important? If we imagine like dozens of stable coins on the ledger now, including RLUSD, what does this mean? Two Paws, tell us. What does this mean? Bank issued stable coins. Like, guys, if they all exist on the ledger, they need a way to swap easily. This is what's going to happen. Okay? This is what the routing solves on the ledger, why we're different. And Two Paws and the others in here, I know you guys know this already. Creating interoperability between these tokens, like this is what the idea is. Okay? Now, the tools the ledger uses, as we know, yes, settlement, Two Paws, it's all about settlement. And these most definitely, these tools that are crucial, obviously order books, classic trading books where it issues stablecoin directly to swap one for the other, right? Like swapping USDC for Circle or something like that, right? Automated market makers, obviously, we've covered that a million times. Pools of stable coins, basically, right, that allow for constant trading without needing any counterparty. We normally wouldn't be able to make that trade, or it'd be sucky. AMM pools containing both USDC and USDT are kind of like an example of that. Autobridging we cover a million times, of course. Stablecoins don't have a deep direct market, right? The system can automatically route through XRP, just like that, like USDC to XRP to Euro stablecoin or something like that. And if you put all these three together, it creates this synthetic liquidity. And yes, as Brad said, not everybody will want to use JPM coin. Exactly, Two Paws. It's so true. I mean, this is what's going to happen, guys. This is going to be insane when this turns on. Like, all right, let's say we've covered this before too. Like, let's say you're flying, you're trying to go to a small city, right? Like Idaho to a small city in Spain or something. There's no direct flight. You're going to go to a large hub like Chicago, whatever, right? New York. First, it's like the same thing. XRP is the hub, and you know, in that case, stable coins are the small cities they run through, and XRPL routing engine makes sure you can always get a pair from point A to point B, right? Even if there's no like direct flight or no liquidity, right? Yeah, this is about to get nuts. Real world example of stablecoin routing, pretty much. Let's cover a real world example. Holding USDC, let's say, on XRPL, right? You want to pay somebody in euro. XRPL basically checks there's direct order book between USDC, decent depth that it can tap from, right? And if that's still thin, it automatically tries USDC to XRP to Euro, right? So you as the user, you just see that final result, that final product, and that's what's so beautiful about it, right? Stablecoin routing in action. Boom! Guys, welcome to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with the tank. Stablecoin routing is obviously more than just like a convenience, okay? This synthetic, let's call it infrastructure, okay? Banks, institutions, they don't want to worry about liquidity fragmentation or liquidity problems or it never happening, right? They just want to make sure this stuff routes just like that. And this is what happens with the XRPL. It cracks me up. It makes me laugh. I'm so happy. I'm so happy I couldn't even tell you. I know you guys are too. Merchants and payments. All right, imagine, okay, so you're a merchant. You're accepting multiple stable coins, right? Any of them in the future here. Any of them you're accepting, right? XRPL handles the routing. Cross-border transfers, euro, yen, pound, whatever it is, and dollar, right? All on the ledger. All being done with someone's phone or whatever, like off-site somewhere, mobile, right? Making settlement smooth between these stablecoin currencies and currencies, right? So, Tupa says they'll implement law soon, meaning all coins are pegged to bonds. Like Micah, markets and crypto assets over there in Europe, they'll all be regulated out of existence. Yep. It could be true. You might be right, dude. I mean, who knows what the future holds, but that kind of makes sense, you know? Guys, so much stuff on this makes sense, on all of this crypto stuff as we watch and, you know, get into this stuff more. So much of this stuff makes sense as far as where we're going in the future of, you know, stable coins, crypto, blah, blah, blah. And it kind of cracks me up that some people are still I still hear it. People are going, you know, why are you doing that crypto stuff? They just don't know. They're like, why are you doing that crypto stuff? What are you doing? I'm like, what are you talking about? All right, so issuer trust, guys. Every stablecoin in XRPL, of course, depends on trustworthiness of the actual issuer, right? So if the bank collapses, whatever, if token loses value, that's why we don't want to. You know what? JPM coin, okay. All right, whatever. All right, liquidity depth routing only works, of course, well enough across the books and pools if there's enough and adoption is large enough, right? So adoption pace for stablecoin routing to reach its full potential, right? Major users have to be launching these on the XRPL, which is coming soon, to a theater near you, right? The rails are built. We are ready for this. I agree. I think Two Paws might be right about that, about a lot of them being asked out. Let's look ahead on this, guys. Multiple stablecoin issuers. Let's figure we have multiple stablecoins, right? Ripple promoting RLUSD. They're all running on. They're all somehow finding their way through the XRPL. We combine this with tokenized bank deposits, CBDCs, which I know we don't like, right? Third-party issuers like Circle as well being involved. Yeah, you start seeing this network effect forming. Now, don't you, right? Who cares if I have a stable coin? You do. And then that's it. Like, nope. If everybody's using stable coins and it's accepting the system's all set up, we're ready to rock. I mean, you know what I mean? Metcalfe's law kicks in now. Yep. Now we got network effects happening. Metcalfe's law, we're all using this thing, and the price just keeps going up and to the right on the chart. Even if stair stepping up and to the right, even if we're in a bear ski. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what happens here, guys. Welcome to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Frank, the Crypto Tank. We know that this solves liquidity fragmentation, and it also makes stablecoins interoperable. As now the groundwork is being set and laid for stablecoins, the field tilled, fast, cheap, right? Institutions are going to be using them. With more issuers and adoption, though, on the XRPL, guys, we could see, oh boy, we could see XRPL be the global hub for all of this stablecoin settlement. I think that's kind of like what we've all been waiting for anyway and known, right? I haven't known for that long. I've known only just for some time. Sometimes I can be a slow learner. At least I figured it out. A lot of people haven't figured it out yet. I've got so many people coming to me, and God bless them. They're saying, why would you do that crypto stuff, Frank? I know you're kind of like a smart guy and stuff. Like I'm not insulting you. Like, why would you do that if that stuff is? And I give the nicest smile, and I sit back and I go, oh, well, how long do you have? And I proceed to talk their ear off, and they're so sorry they ever found out. But one thing they do, okay, one thing anybody I will ever talk to crypto about, and if you're watching and you know in your real life and you know me, tell me, please, if this isn't true, right? After you walk away from the T-Rex with the mouth and the little arms, yapping about crypto to you, first of all, you feel like you just got picked up by the little green people and experienced missing time on your watch because you're like, wait, I just lost an hour of my life. Yeah, because Tank just barraged you like a tank with crypto knowledge, info. And one thing anybody will tell, what you always will say, and please, blessed be if somebody says this isn't true, when you walk away from me after I let you know about crypto or whatever, right? Even at the grocery store, even at the register, God bless that poor old lady at the register when I'm getting groceries, and she doesn't want to know anything about crypto. That poor old lady, she's like 4 feet tall, and she's like, oh, so sweet and everything. And I'm like, we're not going to pay like this anymore, coming up. And she's like, huh? I'm like, yeah, cryptocurrency. And she goes, oh, that's the... I'm like, no. So anyway, guys, you betcha you know what? That when you walk away from me, you are never going to say, my friends, please verify, you are never going to say, wow, I don't think that crypto is anything or going to be anything. That's not. What you say is, oh, crap. That whole crypto thing's like a real thing. Like in the real world, and I wasn't told, and I didn't know, and that's been going on under my nose this whole time. Wait, didn't they do that with the internet? If I remember back, let me hearken back to the 80s and 90s and get, 2000. Oh, didn't they also do that with the mobile phone thing with me too? Interesting. Now they're pulling it with crypto. And AI. Interesting. For those who have eyes to see. Hey, Turpin, I do love that name. How freaking fantastic. Best tap that like and subscribe now, especially because you're new in here, probably. Because I've not seen you in the comments. And Tupaz says, I think like most companies, why am I talking like that? I don't like that. When you're live, you got to be really careful because you really sound really silly and not so good. So apologies. Let me get back on track with my my broadcaster persona. Tupaz says, I think like most companies, there will only be a top 5. Yeah, absolutely, yes, yep. And they'll build out a dominant competition. Absolutely. Just like what happened with the freaking internet, guys. What the F? This isn't that big of a deal. I really wish I could swear on here, but I can't. Not to be offensive, but to be potent. Oh my gosh. You take so much away from someone's arsenal, right? When you can't cuss. Oh boy. Anyway, horse pookie. That just doesn't play well, does it? So guys, welcome in. Tupaz, welcome in. I know probably Marnie's in here. Turple's in here. Do love that name, must say. And maybe it's because, as I know, I'm becoming not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, more of a multi-millionaire with all the cryptos that I hold. And maybe I talk a little bit more like Thurston Howell from Gilligan's Island. I don't know. Yeah, thanks, Tupaz. Please tap that like and subscribe because I am a new ski at this, and we just started the channel. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm trying. Got all this apparatus, all this stuff. We got other microphones and stuff all over the place. It's like, I don't know. We got cameras all over this place. We got A shot, B roll, C roll, D roll, and I'm not kidding. I'm like, what in the heck's going on here? This YouTube thing. I thought it was just some kids posting their little phone with some puppies and cats. No, it's not that. It's a whole thing, and it's awesome. It's got to be the funnest thing I've ever done in my life. Funnest, most fun. Really don't like that discrepancy that it always has to pop up. I need to clarify that once and for all, lock it into my memory bank so I could stop doing funnest, most fun. think it's funnest. Anyway, super joyful, not work joy, and it's a lot of work, by the way. Excuse me, it's a lot of joy. This channel's awesome. So fun, guys. So fun to do this. Welcome into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank, guys. Ripple, XRP. We're looking at XLM. We're looking at XDC. We're looking at HBAR. We're looking at Quant, VeChain, so many others. IOTA, Algo. We're looking at oh boy, let's see. You got your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, Solana. You got your Sui's, you got your Caspas with a K, you got Flare Networks. Boy, you got ICP. They go on and on and on and on. And this market is going on and on and on and on. And my mouth is going on and on and on because it's supposed to. This is what I'm doing here. That's why this channel's perfect for me, for the mouth. They should call me Frank the Crypto Mouth, not Tank. Maybe that's the analogy. We never run out of ammo. And here's the deal. Why would we? Guys, if we know what is happening in this space and where we are going over the next 2 to 3 years as Metcalfe's law takes effect, as, oh boy, there's so much, as all these switches that we're ready to flip, and some have already been flipped, speaking to the crypto-friendly environment that has, found its way into all of our lives so belovingly over the last months, starting with the Trump pump. That has not stopped. What a great thing to have that named. I wish I had the Frank pump. That's so cool. The Trump pump. Are you sick of winning? Are you sick of winning? You better not be, because we're going to keep winning. We're going to keep winning. Are you sick of winning yet? Yeah, we are going to keep winning in crypto. I know that was my horrible Trump. We're going to keep winning in crypto because we did good with that thing. Trump likes to say that. We did good with that thing over there. What? That crypto thing. We did good with that. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. My good man, we did great with that thing, crypto. We're doing great with this thing, crypto, called crypto. And by the way, your sons are doing great things with this thing called crypto as well. And thank you very much. Yeah, we are so blessed to have Donald Trump. Yeah, sorry for the impersonation. I'm horrible. Yeah, I feel like everybody's supposed to do the Trump impersonation. I don't know. That means you are the icon once everybody's trying to impersonate you. So hats off to Donald Trump for becoming, I grew up in the 80s, and Donald Trump was rocking the house when I was literally in like 6th, 7th grade, 84, right? 83. I was like, oh my gosh, this is who you need. I saw him on Letterman and stuff all the time. I'm like, this is the guy you want to, this is what we're trying to do here. And then I thought as I grew up in Democratic Connecticut, I thought to myself, wow, not such a good thing to be like that and everything. You don't want to just go getting all that money. And why? That's not why would you do that? Well, maybe not. I don't want to follow that. And then as the years went on, I thought to myself, now, wait a minute. And I got eyes on him. I said, this guy's actually a genuine human being who's actually making his way and is absolutely misunderstood and actually does have it right. And boy, did he have it right. And boy, does he have it right. Look what this guy does in the world, right? Hats off to President Trump. And I will say that, and hats off to the Trump sons who are helping all of us push crypto forward and helping dad to understand what crypto actually is and why it is ultra crucial in the world to be pushing some of these things and signing some of these things that facilitate the further adoption of blockchain technologies and cryptocurrencies in the world. Hats off and thanks to President Trump, because we have got our rocket ship that we've jumped on the back of, President Donald Trump and this administration, and we are moving forward with cryptocurrency. Thank the good Lord, finally, and it's a slow process, but we are in the process that over this next, I'm going to say, by the end of this year to Q1, Q2 2026, into Q3, I'm going to say as well, and then we might get a little bit of a dip. I don't have a crystal ball, but I will soon. I'm getting one for the show. I'm saying that crypto will keep going up and to the right, stair-stepping. While reg markets may not, right? They will, and then they won't, right? They're going to explode. So here's what's going to happen. We got 3 more FOMC meetings, free open market committee meetings, which are none of those words, which is hilarious. Not free, not open, not market, not committee. Hilarious if you actually look at all the words. Anyway, with their dual mandate goal to keep Jerome Powell's dual mandate goal to keep inflation below 3% and keep labor markets robust and strong. Oh, he's clearing the throat, this guy. And reading the script. Anyway, and dodging the questions at the question and answer session like a pro. Boy, this guy's good. Anyway, watch these last 3 because it's a cycle. Watch them drop rates slowly and then all of a sudden, right? Because the second and third are going to be doozies. I think they're going to come in gentle. Come in gentle now. And then the second of the 3 this year, by the time year's out of these FOMC meetings, we're going to get interest rates dropped in a significant way. And then the third one, we're going to get either a large drop or one as significant as the one prior, which is the 2 out of the 3, right? The 3 coming, I think, in December, right? The last one. We got one coming up in September. Is it September, November, and December? Or I think it's September, October, and December. Pretty sure. Anyway, the next 3 FOMC meetings are going to see a drop in interest rates. That's going to see an increase in M2 money supply. That is going to see asset prices soar, including real estate market. Yeah. At least real estate market. And then what we're going to see is grocery prices rising and inflation increasing because the M2 money increases, right? We're going to see risk on assets like cryptocurrencies and the like shoot through the freaking moon because that's what happens when M2 money cranks and money gets printed like crazy. They've been printing, 28 bill a day. So it's going to account to about $3 trillion by the end of this year that they've been injecting into the economy, whether you knew that or not. This is where we are. So as they inject more money into the economy, which increases the M2, remember the M0, M1, M2, M3 money supply, which we've covered before multiple times, we can cover again. But then M2 money supply is the liquid fluid money supply and also money markets, I believe, below 100 million or something like that. I think M3 gets into over 100 million money market accounts and everything prior. So it's an aggregate. M0, M1, M2, each one subsequent is an aggregate of the prior. Right, so M1 is going to include M0 money as well, and then M2 is going to include M1, and blah, 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 blahs. So M2 money is the liquid money like savings, checking accounts, traveler's checks, and all money that's under 100 mil as far as large money market account, institutional money market accounts, and so on and so forth. So that's a lot of money. So all this money that gets injected into the economy cranks up that M2 money supply. That makes it be heyday for institutions, especially when regulations, laws are such that allow for the large institutions with their fiduciary responsibilities to actually still be able to play ball with cryptocurrencies and stuff and have the green light. Right. When that happens, holy Christmases, what the heck happens next? And then stablecoin laws in place. Can you guys see the picture? And then ETFs come in at the end of this year. What are we looking at with Q1, Q2, 2026? I think you guys might be over the target with like $100, $200, $300 XRP. How the heck do I know? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply a talking head up here that knows just a little bit about this stuff. Not a lot, a little bit. Enough to be dangerous to myself, which is why I'm not a financial advisor. You have to consult your registered investment advisor, your RIA, that loves to show you the investment products, the ETPs and so forth at your kitchen table. That's awesome. God bless America. Everybody's got to learn somehow. And, that's what we do. So we tell you we're not a financial advisor because we're not. Nothing is construed as such. You have to take your own chances with your own money. How could we be responsible for your money? That would be utterly ludicrous. Don't come at me with that. So anyway, you better take care of your own business when it comes to finances and do your due diligence. Consult professionals, which I am not. You could lose your shirt, your pants, your shorts, everything in crypto. Do not play games with cryptocurrencies and do not buy or sell anything because of what we say or do on the channel. Thank you very much. Now that the disclaimer is over and I karate chop my microphone, I can tell you what I do. I load my bags like you would not believe on XLM, XRP, XDC, HBAR, VeChain, Quant, IOTA, Algo. Oh boy, did I mention VeChain? I don't know if I mentioned VeChain or not. And if anybody has eyes on VeChain, check out its price and then talk to me in a couple years on VeChain and go back to this episode on Saturday, August 30th. Okay, maybe give it 3 years. I don't know how long this is going to take. VeChain's a $50, $100 coin, for sure, and not too long. I think she's at like 2 cents right now, the old VeChain. Check out what VeChain does, thwarting the 10 trill or so rip-off market, handbags, everything, the rings, the watches, the everything, the wines, the fine art, which of course, the wealthy will maintain their wealth and also grow their wealth by putting massive millions into fine art, which is a wise move because all that stuff going to get more expensive and get more valuable, right? Right. Get more precious over time, right? Right. So fine art. Let's think about this. By the way, you can fractionalize fine art. I forgot what the name of the company is, but you can purchase fractionalized fine art where the regular Joe like you or me can afford it. But let's think about, hey, Tank, do your job. Let's think about the comments. Let's get back to the comments. I'm missing all this because I don't know what I'm doing. Satchu, thank you for coming in. I think we're in the final shakeout, maybe a little lower. Maybe we blast off from here. Yeah, well, I mean, yes. It's kind of like if we zoom out, this whole thing is this final shakeout, right? Over all these months, this has been the final shakeout, and it's still going. Turple Nurple, I just want to say the name again, Turple Nurple. And if you haven't realized we have a newcomer, Turple Nurple, in our comment section, we've got Two Paws in, we've got Satchu. And by the way, Two Paws, you have to be, why do you only have a 1 crown? You should have like a 20 crown. I AI'd what the little crown means here, and it has to do with how supportive you are and helpful. You got a 2 crown there, Turple Nurple. Nice work there. Satchu, you got yourself a number 3 crown. And I guess your purple crown, though, stands above. I don't know how the system works, but it's a top fan crown. I AI'd it. It's very interesting how this works with YouTube, and it's very cool. And it means you guys are awesome. So, hats off to Satchu, Turple, Two Paws. You guys who are in here are cool as crap, man. You guys are awesome. That was stupid. You guys are cool as anything, man. Cool as anything. You guys are the schnizzle bomb. You are. You know why? Because you're positive, supportive people, and you don't go around like weird trolls and go start crapping people's channels and be like, and as knowledgeable as you guys are, like Two Paws, you're super knowledgeable, and so are you. You guys all are. I know you are. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Two Paws likes traveling incognito. Hilarious. And with the sense of humor on Two Paws, I'm telling you, thank you for helping keep the show active, and Satchu as well, and everybody, and Turple hopping in. Dog, what up, Turple? Turple Nurple. Yes, Turple Nurple. And guys, I got to tell you, I'm so excited for this. I think that's what's going on too. I think we have the final shakeout in crypto here. I think before we go extended super cycle bull run the way we did with a la, internet stocks, right? Right? We're all old enough to remember that. Here's where we're going. It's coming. It's coming. It has to not look like it, or everybody would be everybody, right? That's how the internet phase looked before it went into super, that final shakeout. It went into the super cycle. It has to look like it's, why are you doing that internet stuff? That whole @ symbol? What's that stuff? That's for people get their stuff stolen on the internet. I don't, why would you mess with that internet stock stuff? And then it frickin' exploded through the moon and kept going. And then, the real players, the real cream came to the top, rose to the top, right? The crappers got shaken out, right? The real tech finished up in the real world behind the scenes, right? That's what happened. The internet was born and built. Now the rails are laid on the internet rails are laid for cell phones to come along and then have you be just a little more mobile and be like Captain Kirk with that thing, even though they told you it wouldn't be. but you're video chatting with somebody from the Amazon jungle, and you're in Manhattan at a bar, in a fine restaurant, and you're video chatting, right? And they said, like, what do you think you're going to be, Captain Kirk, with that cell phone? Yeah, then why are you backing the truck up, though, and buying 9 trillion shares of this stuff at pennies on the dollar, 1% family? Oh, I get it. So this is the game, right? So here we are with crypto, and this is the big one that we're playing this with, and AI is coming right behind it and alongside of it now. Don't miss it. Where it's, hey, what are you doing with that crypto stuff? That stuff's nonsense. Why are you playing with that stuff? That's nefarious dealing stuff. Why would you deal with that? That's not real. It's fake internet money. Why would you deal with that stuff? Why are you backing the truck up on it for pennies on the dollar then? Oh, I don't know. You never know. It might be something someday. And then when the tech is completed and finished behind the scenes and in front of everybody, right? A lot of these banking panel discussions, guys, if you go, I know you've looked at them, they have like freaking 20 views. Like nobody's watching this stuff because it's boring as crap. Who the heck wants to watch this stuff? But the deep researcher who does not see it as pain, sees it as joy and knowing and Gnosticism, saying, wait a minute, there's a knowing that comes with this. There's a Gnostic knowing, kidding. There's a knowing that comes with this stuff when I get into the deeper, more obscure stuff, and I can see why nobody wants to look at it. It's boring as anything until I start getting deeper. Like, this is actually very interesting. This is how the guts of this whole thing, this whole blockchain thing works. And you start watching these panel discussions with folks who are, you got to take a breath now. You got to remember, so much to say, so little breath, so little time. You got all these people on these panel discussions telling us that they just got back from a meeting where the higher up said, yeah, we're doing this blockchain thing. We just implemented this, that, the other thing, and interface with this API, that API, and we're turning it on in, some months and boom, boom, boom. What? What the hell are you talking about? Really? You mean that crypto? People in the bank be going, what's going on with that crypto stuff's actually real? Wait, what? Oh, boy. So this is what's going on in the world with crypto. I know you all know it's true because you walk in any bank, you walk anywhere, it's starting to change a little bit. The environment and the reaction is starting to change by and large. You talk to the average individual, I think we can all agree, it's starting to change just a little bit. But generally speaking, most folks still are going, crypto? Why would you mess with that internet money stuff? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. You know what's coming. We know the tidal wave that's coming and all of these. You know what's going to be a hilarious thing is imagine just if you could have, and it's creepy and weird, but you could just have a shot, like a video of everybody at that time gets videoed and you get to see it at that pinnacle moment where that crucial point where the person literally sees what crypto really, really is and blockchain technology and how it integrates with AI and so forth and how it changes our entire planet. And it's the next iteration of value movement across the planet, money, including information, and so on and so forth, including in outer space. Oh my gosh. And connecting outer space with us. Okay. So do people really see the future vision of all this? I don't know if they do. And once they do, it'd be cool to see that pinnacle moment where they get it and the light bulb goes off and they're like, oh, that's what the XRP Ledger is and does and what Ripple's been doing and Brad and all the boys. Oh, I get it. Oh, the boys be smart. Oh, now hang on. They're real smart, aren't they? Because I never would have been so. You want smart? Visionaries. Visionaries, visionaries, visionaries. They did have a crystal ball. That's what these guys did. These guys are utter geniuses on this planet. What is the definition of genius? Right? To be able to see through the eyes of something fresh and new all the time and see not from inside the box, but outside the box. To have these goggles on that see things that no one else is seeing around you. And the obvious, it's like, wait, you guys want to go, what? Da Vinci's going, what? You didn't see this thing, the golden mean? Why? How come you guys didn't see this thing? Tim, it's the most natural thing in the world. This is genius. Right. Check out the definition of genius. These guys are geniuses on this planet. Amazing. Hats off to all the folks who created all this. Hats off to Brad Garlinghouse. Hats off to David Schwartz, Arthur Britto. Jed McCaleb, blah, 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 blah. All these people, hats off. I really mean that. You have created something that's just incredible. What's going on? Charles Hoskinson, and the like. Everybody, Gavin Wood, all of them. Oh my gosh, Vitalik Buterin. Does Vitalik do a Christmas sweater? A bad Christmas sweater? I had to ask. All right, now look. We got to end this thing because I got to shoot 3 long-form videos. I've got to shoot outdoor video, which is coming shortly, to give you a look at the ranch and the animals and stuff, and that's going to be fun. We got Patreon coming up. I've got to get through 30 more pages of the book editing today, like you need to know my schedule, and I've got to be ready for tonight's live and get ready for this next week's lives coming up, which I have to lay out 7 of them and get them all uploaded and get content created. Oh, boy. And I'm not complaining. It ain't a lot of work. It's a lot of joy. This channel's awesome, guys. You guys are the best. Vitalik, oh, boy, what a character. Holy Christmases. Can we please get some serious people on board with crypto, including Vitalik? He's an utter genius, and I love the kid guy. I know, I kind of see him as a kid. He's a guy, though, I think, right? Is he a man now? I see the unicorn T-shirt on, and that's why I'm asking. I'm not trying to be funny. I see him in the unicorn T-shirt. I think that's old footage. I think he's a man now. Does he have a beard? No? Vitalik? Pretty sure. Hey, guys. Hey, and by the way, utter genius, by the way, and I'm totally being fun, by the way, Vitalik, and utter freaking genius, and thank you, Vitalik. Thank you, Vitalik. Thank you, everybody in the crypto space who has cranked this thing, has trailblazed this thing for all of us who are simply picking up crumbs along the trail at this point, because these geniuses have laid the way, the path, the groundwork for us to see something. And of course, not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, but I know myself and some others to literally have some mega millions coming up very shortly here with crypto. Here we go. Get ready for it and pat yourselves on the back that you guys saw it. And thank you for tuning in. Tap like and subscribe. Don't forget the Caleb link, because if you don't go through now look at it, I ain't trying to tell you what to do. You better check Caleb out. Don't be stuck on these platforms getting 50K off a day on Uphold, 100K off a day on Coinbase. 250K a day if you got their pro account, fine. But come on, you're not getting a lot of these. Kraken's big. I think that's like, what's Kraken? Is it no? Is Kraken 100K a day? I don't know what these exchanges are. But anyway, I like a Caleb. I don't like playing games with him. Check our videos out on Caleb. Check our link below. Even if you don't, you have to at least check Caleb out and connect with them. And you guys have the best Saturday ever. I am getting back to the joy, the fun. 2 Paws and everybody, and Turple Nurple and Marnie and Luke and everybody who hops in here, and Satchu, everybody in. Thank you so much. You guys have the best day ever. See you tonight at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. You guys are the best. Love you. Have a good day. Hats off that you saw crypto. Good for you. Those people are lost. Have a good one.